Okay, so hello everyone. And again, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Ami Feiner with Provision ISR. Together with me is Ari Treger from our pre-sale department. And today we are here to talk about the new VMS app, Provision ISR VMS app. This webinar will be about 45 minutes long, and at the end of it, you will get a recording and the PowerPoint presentation to use in your next seminars. And let's start. Ari, the floor is yours.
Cool, thank you, Ami. Let me just share my screen.
If you have any question during the seminar, feel free to write it on the chat. I will ask on behalf of you at the end. And at the end, you will also be able to open your microphone and ask away. Thank you.
Ami, just confirming you can see my screen and you can hear me.
Yes, both.
Okay, great. Okay, so thank you. Thanks, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your time as we introduce you to the new Ossia VMS app. This application is designed to enhance your Ossia VMS experience by providing a user-friendly and efficient interface. In this session, we're going to cover the app's key features. And I do encourage you, like Ami said, to jot down any questions you may have in the chat during this presentation, as we want to ensure you have all the information you need to make the most of this new tool. So let's get started. The VMS app will officially launch on both the Google Play Store and the App Store on November the 4th. Okay, November the 4th this year. It's in about 2 weeks' time. But as valued partners, we're giving you exclusive early access to the VMS app. When you receive a copy of this presentation later on via email, make your way through to slide number 2, where you'll find this page, and you can click on the web link of the applicable app store, and you can download the Ossia VMS app to your mobile device. Feel free to explore, get hands-on experience before the public release. So I encourage you all to do that. And just to remind you, the Ossia VMS operates as a server-client system with a centralized management server handling device communication and clients connecting to perform daily operations. So I'd like you to imagine you're a chief security officer for a retail chain store with multiple stores across the USA. And from a central location, from a centralized control room, should I say, you oversee all locations. You've divided your stores into regional territories where each region and store is represented by a color on the map. And for each territory, you've assigned a designated regional store manager. Each regional manager is restricted to accessing only the stores within their territory, and they're not permitted to view or manage stores outside of their assigned region. As the admin of the management server, you configure user permission groups to assign specific devices to each regional manager. This ensures that they only see the devices in their region, and these permissions apply not only when you're logging in via the actual client software on a PC or management server, but also when you're using the Ossia VMS app. When a new store is added, you simply update the permissions and the regional manager will automatically see the new store in their app or client's PC software. If the manager leaves or is terminated, you can immediately revoke their access by deleting the user account from the management server, ensuring they no longer have any access to both the app and the client PC software. So for clarification's sake, what I'm trying to get at is the new Ossia app is a mobile extension of your PC client software. While we're on the topic of clients, as many of you know, each server type has limitations on the number of simultaneous online users or clients that can connect to our management servers. If you're not aware, it's important to note that the small, medium, or large servers each have specific maximum client connection limits. Let's take a moment to review these limits. So, for example, with our small server, the number of simultaneous PC clients is limited to 4. And for those of you who are not aware, when I refer to PC clients, I am referring to the Ossia VMS client software. Our medium and large servers can handle up to 64 simultaneous clients respectively. And now that we're releasing the Ossia VMS app, it's important to discuss how it affects the number of online clients. So take, for example, the small server. Not only can you have 4 PC clients connected simultaneously, but you can also have up to 32 clients connected via the Ossia VMS app. This increases the total simultaneous clients to 36. When it comes to the medium and large servers, the system works slightly differently. You can mix and match between PC and app clients as long as the total of connected clients does not exceed 64. Therefore, for medium and large servers, the total number of clients remains the same. The difference is that you can use a combination of PC and app clients up to a maximum of 64. Enough with the stats and data. Let's move on to the app itself. So once you've downloaded the app, when you first open the application, you'll be presented with a login screen. This login screen has similar fields to the Ossia VMS Windows software or client software, but there are 2 key differences. I just want to go through them quickly with you. So on the left-hand side is the VMS app. On the right-hand side is the VMS client software, which is typically used on a PC or one of our management servers. In the app, you will need to enter the username and password for your user account. These will be the same as your Ossia VMS software credentials. Now, the first difference, the app includes an additional step called platform. This allows you to name the server, making it easier to identify which server you're logging into. Next, we need to input the server's IP address. This is the same IP address you use to access the server in the Ossia VMS client Windows software. And lastly, you need to enter the port number. And this is the most important difference. So I'd like you to note that the port number between the app and the Ossia VMS differs. So in the app, you're required to enter the application port number, whereas in the client Windows software or PC software, you need to input the management server's port number. Let me take you to the server's web address where you'll find these port numbers. So once you've logged into the backend or the web interface of the server, you're going to navigate your way through to the port configuration, and you'll find this page where all the relevant port numbers will be listed for each server. The management server port number, in my case, is 4000. This port number I will use when logging into the PC client, and the application server is 4010, which I'll be using when logging in via the application. I'll just make it a bit bigger for you so you can see the information better. So now, knowing that I need the application server number, I'm going to make sure that I input that, which was 4010. And once all the credentials are inputted correctly, you simply click Login to continue. Okay, makes sense. And I would like to take a closer look at all the functions of the application now, starting with the live view. You can access live view from multiple areas. Additionally, you have the option to save custom views for quick access, and I want to show you how. So to begin, there are 2 ways to access live cameras. Both are located on the home page of the application. At the top, we have the live view option, and at the bottom, we have what I call the root menu. We're going to start off by showing you the live view. Once you click on live view, it opens up an empty canvas similar to a video wall. You can choose from one of our default layouts as well to change your layout. Once you're happy with your layout, you can begin selecting channels to view by hitting on the plus button. Once you do that, you can navigate through the root menu and select the camera you want to view live. The root menu corresponds to the areas you've created in the VMS PC software. And as you navigate through the root menu, I want you to notice that the directory is created to indicate areas and sub-areas, and each area is interactive, making it easy for you to navigate. Once you've selected your desired camera, the live view will begin automatically. And to fill your canvas, simply repeat the steps to add additional cameras. Alternatively, you can select multiple cameras from various areas by navigating the root menu located at the home page. Let me show you how. So select the root menu and you start navigating to the first camera you want to view. Now you can select the edit button at the top right corner, and this will allow you to select multiple cameras. I want you to notice at the bottom of the screen, you can either choose, playback or live view. This means that you could use the same method to play back multiple cameras as well. However, when you select more than 4 cameras, the app will actually notify you that only 4 cameras can be played back at a time, and the playback option will actually get disabled. So once you select more than 4, it gives you that message. When you're ready, you can hit live view to start streaming, or you may opt to view cameras from different areas. And you can do that. You can select different cameras from different areas by navigating through your root menu once again. So we're just going to fast forward the video. Once you're happy with your selection, you can hit live view to start streaming the selected cameras. Once you're streaming, you can still adjust the layout by choosing one of the default layouts. So we can go to split windows and we can select a completely different layout. And you can also add additional cameras or channels to any empty window by clicking on the plus button and navigating through the root menu and selecting a camera. Finally, you have the option to actually save your view and layout for quick access on the home page by clicking save. So once you're happy with this layout, you can click save, give it a preferred name, something recognizable, hit OK. And once you go back to the home page, you'll see your preferred views or layout will be there ready for you for quick access. Okay, pretty straightforward and easy to understand. I just want to briefly cover the root menu again. There's multiple ways to use the root menu, and the root menu offers a quick and efficient way to search for devices or even specific channels on the app itself. So I just want to go through the basics of this again, so I didn't show you everything on the previous video. So to access the root menu, tap on the camera icon, and your devices will appear once again organized by the configuration on the VMS server. You can navigate manually where directory builds as you go deeper and deeper, or you can use the search function by clicking on the magnifying glass at the top right. By default, your search will begin with devices, but you can also switch to search for cameras or channels as well. Once you've done that, you can type in the name, and it will bring up the search results. And from the search results, you can add as a channel as a favorite, playback, or go straight to live view. I wanted just to revisit this because the root menu is something I know you will be interacting with frequently while using the app. So it's just important for you to understand what you can search for, what you can do from this menu. Now let's talk about favorite channels. In the app, you can save not just favorite layouts, but you can save favorite channels for quick access to both live view and playback, making it easier to monitor critical feeds or review important footage without having to sift through multiple options. This feature enhances, obviously, the efficiency in the customization, allowing users to focus on what matters what matters most, while improving overall situational awareness. So let me actually walk you through how this works. Excuse me. So when viewing any live channel, you have the option to add it as a favorite by clicking the favorite button. Please excuse the misspelling. This was a beta that I filmed this on. We obviously will correct the spelling. But anyway, the app prompts you to confirm when you press OK to save it, and it will appear directly on your home page. You can also add multiple cameras as favorites as well, either while viewing them live or by going through the root menu. And once you've selected to see them live, you can simply click favorites to save them. Once you have your favorite set up, you can quickly jump to either live view or playback directly from the home page. So we just access live view, and then if you want to go playback, you can go playback. And then in order to remove a favorite, very simple, go back to the home page and click on the star icon on the camera image located on the home page, and the app will prompt you to confirm the removal of the camera. Click OK, and the camera obviously will no longer be a favorite. So this feature is obviously all about convenience. Let's move our attention to playback, and you can access playback from any channel you're viewing live or by using the playback button on the home page. Additionally, if you remember, going through the root menu lets you select up to 4 cameras for which playback is also available. But let me show you live view. So during live view, if you select switch to playback at the bottom over there, it will begin playback of the camera you are viewing. Okay, alternatively, like I said, you can access playback from the home page. Let's move back to the home page. And on the home page, if you select playback, you'll need to add the channels manually to playback. So once you click on the plus button, it will take you through the navigation of the root menu of the VMS, where you only select the required camera you want to play back. No matter which way you access playback, the following functions are available once you're in playback. So for example, you can zoom in and out on the timeline. The playback can either be sourced from the network device or the storage server, just like the VMS clients. By clicking on the network device allows you to choose the source of the playback. The storage server is the VMS storage server, which will hold recordings if the channel has been configured to record on the storage server. And the network device is the NVR or camera flash memory card. Okay, so now we just switched to the storage server. You can also filter the timeline by alarm type, similar to the Cam2 app, to show only events of a specific alarm type, like motion, analytic events, behavioral events, etc. So we can select only behavioral analysis, and that will only appear on our timeline. By clicking on split window, will allow you to play back up to 4 cameras at a time. So we can play back up to 4 cameras simultaneously on the VMS app, in other words. And once again, you can add additional cameras to the blank windows by clicking on the plus button and locating your cameras you require. Go through the root menu. Once you have multiple cameras, or once you're viewing multiple cameras on playback, by clicking on each channel, will reveal the timeline of each camera. There's no simultaneous playback on the app. Each channel will have its own timeline. And then the one thing that we didn't discuss is, the capture and recording. So the playback screen includes the options to take a snapshot or begin and end manual recording of the current viewed playback channel, which will be stored on the smartphone. I have a more in-depth video next on this topic, so let's move straight to it. So you can generate snapshots and manually record from both the live view and playback screens, with all files stored in the file manager on the home screen. I want to show you how to do this using the live view, or doing it via live view. So you view a camera live. By clicking on capture, the app will save a snapshot of the selected camera to the VMS apps file directory. Alternatively, if you want to record a video, click record to start manual recording for the selected window, and press record again to stop the recording. Once again, it will save the video to the VMS apps file directory as well. To access the snapshots and file recordings, navigate back to the home screen and select the file manager. The system categorizes them into screenshots and recording folders. My apologies. And to view snapshots, go to the screenshots folder. From there, you can share the image or save it to your phone's gallery or even delete it from the application. And to access the recordings, you can navigate to the recordings folder, select your desired file, and play it back. You can also save the video to your phone's gallery, delete it from the app, even share it by clicking the share button, which allows you to share the video through other available applications on your phone. And remember, this is applicable screen capturing or screenshots and recordings applicable for both live view and playback. Guys, I hope you're still with me. We're moving on quite nicely here, and we will be done probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes. If you have PTZ cameras connected to your VMS, while viewing a PTZ camera, clicking on the PTZ button will open up PTZ or PTZ related commands such as pan and tilt, zoom functions, accessing pre-configured presets, and even activating cruise controls. So let's go and take a look what I mean. So we're obviously going to be viewing a PTZ camera live. Once we do that, we can click on the PTZ icon to bring up the PTZ commands. It will automatically display the joystick where you can pan and tilt the camera itself by moving up and down, left and right. There are additional functions like zoom, focus, iris adjustments available by clicking on the second left icon from the bottom. And if you've got pre-configured presets, they will also appear in the application as well, where you can actually go and run through each preset. So remember, this will be pre-configured beforehand. Whatever's been pre-configured will automatically be brought into the VMS app for you to be able to select and move the camera to the desired preset. And naturally, you can also activate cruise control to automate the camera's movement between the presets. So pretty much all functionality with the PTZ is available on the VMS app. Okay, so moving on to our database management. Similar to the Cam2 application, you can easily add faces to existing databases via the VMS app as well. When you add a new face to an existing database, face is uploaded to the management server, which then automatically pushes the new face to the devices that are bound to that database group. And whatever rules have been configured will apply immediately to the new face you've added. So let's go see how simple this is on the application itself. So on the home page, there's a button there that says People Management. Select it, and from there, click on the blank image where you'll be able to add a new face. You can either upload an image from your phone's gallery, just like the Cam2 app, or you can take a picture using the phone camera itself. Either way, once you've uploaded a face, you'll be presented to select from existing databases on the VMS, where you obviously will assign this new person. Then you can fill in the relevant information, such as name, what other information you feel is relevant. And when you're done, simply hit submit, and the database will automatically update within a second. And like I said, whatever permissions are given to this group, IT department will apply to Jackie within seconds. All right, so similar to alarm handling, or same as alarm handling, should I say, on the side of VMS clients, Windows or servers, you can manage alarms as well through the VMS app. So you even have the option to filter alarms by the type of alarms, the dates, and whether they've been read or even not read. So let's start the video, and To access your alarm events, or sorry, your events, you go to the alarm icon at the bottom of the page. And by default, it will show you all your unread alarms from all your monitoring points. To handle an alarm, click on it for more details, such as the camera, the time of the alarm, and the type of the alarm. Also, you can go straight to live view or playback of the event. And once you've opened an alarm, the system automatically marks it as processed. Okay. If you want to filter alarms, click on the filter button, and you'll be able to filter by red state, date, time, and even the alarm type related to monitoring points. Okay, and also just like the VMS software, you can manage alarms from your servers, from your encoding devices, from your sensors, and even your vehicle events. Each alarm point, as I'll go through, you'll see has its own unique alarm filtering options. So for example, with vehicles, this one's only related to parking lot management, where you can search for alarms related to blocklist, whitelist, and parking timing and timeouts. For encoding devices, sorry, I think I missed it. Yeah, I was on it, sorry, my apologies. For encoding devices like connected NVRs, you have multiple alarm types to filter through. And lastly, you can also search for sensor-related alarms as well. So by being able to handle alarm events enhances your convenience and security, keeping you connected to your system at all times, even away from the control room. Let's move on to alarm outputs. And we're very close to the end, so please bear with me. It's just like the VMS client's Windows software. The app allows you to trigger alarm outputs from any connected device. This is particularly useful if you need to activate a siren or open up a gate or turn on a light. And I'll leave the creative applications up to you. I know many of you use different methods of or different applications for the alarm outputs. So let me show you where to find this feature within the new application. So from the home screen, you can go to the video preview and you'll find the alarm output option at the bottom left of the live screen view. Note you don't have to be viewing a camera to activate the alarm outputs. After selecting the alarm output, the app brings up the root menu where you can navigate through your devices to locate the one from which you want to trigger the alarm. You can choose from any available alarm output, whether it's an NVR, an IP camera, or even a external I/O box. So for this example, we've selected a connected NVR. And the first four options represent the NVR's built-in alarm outputs, while the rest are the devices connected to the NVR that have their own alarm outputs. After making your decision, you can actually set the duration, which determines how long the device relay stays closed or open. And then you can stop the alarm at any point by pressing the clear button. This is an extremely straightforward process and very simple to use and to understand. Okay, we're going to move on to the application settings. So let's go and have a look at those. So I'm not too sure why I've got this on the, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got two lines on my screen. I'm not too sure if you can see it, but anyway. So to access the app settings, I want you to click on the icon in the bottom right corner, and then you can start. We go through all of them. We'll go through all of them. By clicking on your username, we'll bring up options where you can change your password. Just keep in mind that changing your password in the app also changes it for the Windows Ossia VMS platform. So you need to use the new password no matter which application you trying to access once you've changed it here. In the local settings, you can configure the default playback. So for example, you can set the default playback source to be either from the device, like the NVR or camera, or from the VMS storage itself. Okay, you can also switch between soft and hard decoding, depending on your preferences. In addition, you can choose your preferred way to receive notifications, whether it's none vibration or audio. Okay, and you can even disable the notifications entirely. And there's also an option to clear the app's cache as well. And the general settings, you can enable features like face comparison, or you can turn on thumbnail capture for analytics. And in the alarm configuration section, you can select which specific alarm events you want to receive notifications for while the app is running. Apologies. So you can actually go and select what you want to receive, what you don't want to receive. And if you're on Android, you can enable fingerprints to unlock or face unlock if you're using iOS. If you click on the About, it will provide you details such as the app's current firmware version and also notify you or let you know that if there's available updates. Under sites, you can switch sites. So you'll see any previous access sites that you've saved during logging, allowing you to switch between them quickly. And obviously, you can also log out securely as well of the app from this section. The others, or the next couple of features I've just defined as general features that I feel are going to be useful for you, such as how to enable audio, how to enable two-way communications on compatible devices, and even switching between main and substreams. So let's go have a look quickly. So when you view in a camera live and it has a built-in microphone, to hear the audio coming from that camera, simply click on voice. Okay. To stop the audio coming from the microphone, click on voice again. For two-way audio with compatible devices, click on the intercom. This will enable the microphone and present you with a push-to-talk button. Click on the microphone to begin broadcasting to the camera speakers. As this will work particularly well with active deterrence camera or even a connected horn speaker. And lastly, clicking video quality will provide you with the option to choose between displaying in substream or mainstream. And of course, we can rotate the phone landscape to give you a bigger, a more 16:9 experience. Okay, then this is our last topic, which is Fishar Mode on the VMS app. So just like the Cam2 app, we offer you a variety of view modes using the Fishar camera and our VMS app. So from your normal fisheye view to a cylindrical view, you can also split the image into two, and you can split the image by 4. And just like the Cam2 app, using the phone's gyroscope, enter into a virtual reality mode for the most immersive experience. Let me walk you through this on the app quickly. So obviously you need to be viewing a fisheye camera to use this functionality. So once you're viewing a fisheye camera, click on the fisheye icon to see the viewing options. By default, it opens up to standard fisheye mode, but you can also switch between various views using the icons. So here's the cylindrical view. And by the way, you can also start and stop auto-rotate at any time. You can also do two-way splicing, where it'll splice it into two 180-degree views, as well as you can do 4-way splicing. And for the most immersive option, there's obviously virtual reality mode, where you can use the phone's gyroscope to move around the room. And for those of you who know me, I'm very much in favor of this VR mode. That is it. I think I've covered nearly every feature, every function on the application. Ami, yeah, that's it. Any questions, but obviously want to answer them now. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you guys go and download the application later on today and play with it yourselves before it's released to the general public. Thanks very much.